Hi.
Hi, Sari.
What are you doing with the plastic?
I was packing these gaskets.
No
But this is not the best way, I would say.
No, we don't use any plastic anymore. You know that.
Let's get rid of this.
Yeah. You should wrap it with the paper and pack it with the paper bag.
Like the green delivery way?
Yes, exactly. You got it right away. Hi, by the way, my name is Sari Sonemi. I'm sales logistics specialist at TT Gaskets. And you, Matti?
My name is Matti Järvinen. I'm the quality lead and IT director at TT Gaskets.
Yeah, and today I think our subject will be related with the paper and carton and with sustainability.
Yes. So, we come from TT Gaskets. We are a family-owned company since 1943. And we are green at heart. It's always been one of our core values that we are taking care of the environment, taking care of our people, taking care of the family, and so on. So we have done a lot of developments during the last years, and we are here to share those things for you. I would say that we have three most important topics. So I would say sustainable growth with respect to nature. So let's start from our own production. We are producing gaskets with our own produced solar power energy. We have 3 of those solar power plants that are currently working, so we get a lot of energy from the sun.
Is that first in these industry areas?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
good.
We produce the first gaskets with our own energy in the world. The second really important thing is the quality, because these gaskets, they give a good profound for make a sustainable business, because the core thing for gaskets is to keep everything in the process and everything that is not belonging to nature away from the nature. Good. So we are building a more sustainable, more tighter future.
That sounds good.
And as a family-owned company, of course, we take care of the human rights, we take care of our people, our suppliers, our customers, and the whole supply chain. So we are focusing on a wider range than just our own production. Plenty of good things have happened during the last year. So first of all, we have calculated our scope 1 and 2. We are 0 this year.
Oh,
it used to be like nearly 500 tons per year, just 5 years ago.
Yeah. Did we know already in the beginning of the year that we will have that already this year?
Yeah. So it's not that sunny always in Tampere, but everything that we produce our own is green energy, and if all the purchase energy is certified as a green energy, so that is already taken care of.
So carbon neutral already 2024.
Yeah, regarding the scope 1 and 2 as our own things to do. We have 0 emissions to water, ground, or air from our factory, and we are taking care of that everything that belongs to our factory stays there. So we are close in the city, so we don't also want to disturb our neighbors.
Good.
And what we tell to others, we also have joined the multiple different kind of networks. So we want to be local and global player. In local level, we are part of the Tampere area climate network. We were just picked up for the month partner of the month. So that's a beautiful thing. There will be more news coming soon.
Yeah.
And also we are part of the UN Global Compact deal. And also the science-based targets, we have set our targets for quite high, I would say. So we have a lot of visibility in worldwide, global, and also here in local. Of course, we have this also ISO certificates for quality, health and safety and environment since 1998. So we've been continuously developing those more than 25 years now.
Yes, taking care of people too. So how about the material we are using? Are they green also?
Good question, Sari. We have a few thousand different raw materials, like this fiber gasket in my hand. All the materials are coming from our European suppliers. We know our suppliers quite well. We've been working with them for decades, and we have a system to work with them and always learn from each other the best practices. What we like to focus even more are these preferred materials that we have. We have really good rubber, we have really good fiber gaskets, and so on. And the more we can focus on the preferred materials, the better we can be with the material usage. So less emissions, less wastes, and so on. Okay. And the material utilization, that's the beauty of our business. So we can utilize the same raw material for different kind of applications, different kind of gaskets, and we can get the better quality, more happier customers, shorter lead times, and so on.
And you can show us some calculation also regarding material?
Yeah. As I mentioned before, we have calculated scope 1 and 2, and they are easy to calculate from now on because they are 0. But scope 3 is much more complicated. It includes everything from our raw material suppliers, from the cradle to grave, so everything that happens before material enters to our factory, and when it leaves our factory until it's been somehow recycled at the customer end. So this kind of calculations we have already made, and we will launch our numbers later this year. Maybe next year already we have calculations for each and every gaskets, what's the emission for this part and for this part and so on. So that's the level that we are focusing on now.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And also, world is changing, regulations and laws are changing, so we are trying to catch up and be a few steps before the regulations. So we already have made a sustainability report for small and medium-sized enterprises, and it will be released later this year. So Sari, can you tell me about what happens after I have packed this box of gaskets to our customers?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. You are using plastic tape.
Oh,
that's not
my mistake
our
again.
mission anymore. We use only carton boxes, only paper tape. And that's the story of our green delivery, which we have started with our customer Wärtsilä, which we heard later with Bart's words, how they receive it. We have had a test period during 1 year regarding the green delivery. And what have we figured out? You know one thing? What have changed in production?
Only positive feedback from our production?
Yeah.
As well in the customers as well?
I think so, yeah. I have heard only positive things. And what have we updated? We have looking for our shipping days. We have done earlier everyday shipping, and now we are concentrating only for 2 days in a week. So less shipping actions between our customer and our factory.
So instead of opening boxes every day, you just open them once or twice a week?
Yeah, and happier people, when we are packing them, happier people receiving it. Less work. So we got less work. What other changes we have made?
Less paper,
yes.
Less logistics,
yes.
More parts.
Less kilometers between us. Yes.
Beautiful.
And as you finish this box with the paper tape, we use only paper tape and carton and the pallets.
Yeah.
You know that. We don't use any wooden pallets anymore.
Our parts are quite light, so if we send these parts, it's not mandatory to use 25 kilos of wood with the shipment, so we can use that with carbon.
Yeah, that has been already tested. During 1 year, we have used carton pallets, and we have got no claims at all. It's very good in actions too.
Yeah. And it's recycled and local factory.
Oh yeah, that's good too. And then what we have also calculated and looking for what has been our needs from our customer side with gaskets. Not sending 2 pieces every week. We put all 2 quantities together, and then we get the whole box filled in with the gaskets only once in a month.
And they get it at the start of the month or end of the month?
They get it even earlier. They calculated to need it. So we are taking them earlier than they really need it.
Sounds like a win-win situation.
Yeah, it's very effective supplier chain with green values. Do we have anything more with the green delivery?
No, I'm pretty happy with this box.
Yeah, I think so too. It's working very good, and it's really good in actions at our side and at our customer side. And now we like to hear more about Bart from Wärtsilä.
Yes.
He has been involved with our green delivery, our partner.
Yeah, Bart is the best.
Yeah, we have developed everything, looking for best solutions for everything. So we will hear what Bart.
Yeah. Have you heard that wisdom doesn't live in Tampere?
Oh.
Yeah, so we haven't figured all this out by ourselves. So we have been working closely with our suppliers and also with our customers and other partners. So combining these great ideas together is something, it's really teamwork.
Yeah.
So yeah, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Bart Blikman. I'm responsible for sustainability in our company Wärtsilä. Today we are going to talk about the webinar together with TT Gaskets, driving sustainability through green delivery. You can see here the picture about from our big warehouse in CDC Kampen in the Netherlands, where we ship 95% of all the spare parts worldwide. So it's a really big operation there. And your company also, TT Gasket, delivered quite a lot of spare parts to our business, and so that's handled over there, and we ship worldwide and on the most sustainable way. That's our target. And I think it was 2.5, 3 years ago when we started together with TT Gasket this journey about the green delivery, mainly focusing on reducing plastics. So that was a really nice journey. I would like to share a couple of slides with you to see what's happened. So shortly about our purpose. So our purpose is to create a circular supply chain by integration of circular thinking and acting in our company. So circularity is really important. So how can we start using material over and over again? And maybe also in the future, also our spare parts. So that's circularity is really important and getting more and more important in the future as well. And our primary goal is to realize a zero-waste supply chain through system-wide innovation in business models and supply chain functions, from supplier to customer. So quite a lot of fancy words, but I think the zero-waste supply chain is really important here, and also from suppliers to customers, so the end-to-end approach. So all the non-added value what we have in our supply chain, we call it the waste, and that's what we try to eliminate. So also what we did with TT Gasket, all the plastics what we received in the past, we saw it really as waste because we don't want to ship these plastics to our end customers. So, and we try to translate also our wishes from the customers back to our suppliers. So really first time right is really important here. So, and that's why we started also with TT Gasket this journey. TT Gasket was really one of the first suppliers with this approach. It was really a one-to-one approach. And that was really nice to do. So, yeah, in our company we talk a lot about decarbonization, but maybe a bit less about sustainability. Decarbonization is really important in our company. So new engines, new fuels to lower the carbon emissions, and the greenhouse gas emissions are still responsible for global warming and climate change. So really important topic, but decarbonization is also very important, but also very technology driven. So for many people, it's also quite difficult to connect to decarbonization. And that's why we try to talk a bit more about sustainability, about economic, social, environmental topics to ensure long-term well-being. So that's really important. And on the left side, you can see also the sustainability development goals. We are working according to the sustainability development goals, and we know TT Gasket is also working according these goals. Just a couple of examples, proper recycling, for example, pollution prevention, paperless offers, sustainable procurement, which is a really big topic at the moment, but it will grow also in the future, and for sure well-being. So everybody can contribute to sustainability, even when it's really small, during work, but also during private life. So a really important topic. And we always say, think big, act small, and then really scale up. So everybody can drive the change here. And when we talk about the actions, what we did with TT Gasket, here you can see on the left side the previous shipments from your company, and there was quite a lot of plastics involved. And for sure, we said, okay, let's try to do it differently in the future. So we started the Teams meetings, but also face-to-face meetings with TT Gasket, just to share our expectations, and also building the partnership. So we see these kind of actions really as a partnership, not that we are the customer, you are the supplier, but we need to do it together. And that's also highlighted on the right side. So the collaboration between Wärtsilä and TT Gasket is really good, with open and constructive communication with clear targets, and transparency is also very important here. So, and this continuous improvement. So we see great plastic reduction from supplier TT Gasket. Almost plastic-free shipments from you, but also reduction in the emissions by lower the weight of the shipments by using carton pallets instead of carton boxes. So here on the right side, you can see a couple of pictures from the new deliveries from TT Gasket. Almost no plastics, what you see over there. And on the bottom, you can see also the carton pellets and the carton boxes, which is for sure really good. Plastics are still quite difficult to recycle. And in our business, it's quite a tricky packaging material because we ship all over the world to cruise vessels, energy, and we don't know exactly where it will end up. Probably it will end up in landfill in the oceans, and that's not what we want. So that's why we prefer these kind of paper solutions where it's much easier to recycle up to 7 times. So, and what I said before, building the trust. So during our sustainability journey, we built the trust between each other, which is really key from my point of view. And based on this, we can successful together. So, and that's what we did. And you can see the results here on the slide. And one topic I would like to highlight as well, try to make some fun. That's also what we did together. There's already quite a lot of wars and stuff like that in the world. So I think it's good to be kind to each other and respectful, and also make a lot of fun, also doing work, but also in private life. So, and that's also what we did. So that's a good basis for building the trust. Then for sure, we do also internal actions just to make the impact as big as possible. So we are changing also our plastic packaging material into paper solutions, what you can see over here. So from plastic to glassine bags, that was quite a big topic or a big action for us to change. And then these VCI bags, which are contributing quite a lot to the amount of kilograms of plastic what we ship worldwide. There we had also a huge reduction. So in total, we will reduce almost minus 50% this year, which will mean almost 25 tons of kilograms of plastic. And when we take also the plastics from our suppliers, like TT Gasket, then the impact will be even bigger. So then we are talking about 35 tons of plastic, what we already reduced. So that's a huge amount, and that will contribute also to a more sustainable world. Yeah, inviting suppliers, but also customers to our big warehouse where we share what we are doing is really important to create the awareness and work towards a more sustainable packaging material. That's what you can see over there. So we are piloting also a lot with customers where we are adding the new packaging material, and for sure your parts are also there. So it's a good way to test, to receive the feedback from our customers, and also translate it back to our suppliers. So that's a bit how it works. We receive really positive feedback from our customers. This is really one of the key elements where they are focusing on, for sure, also on the decarbonization with the new fuels and new engines. But this is also really high in the agenda, especially in the cruise vessel segment. So reports, just wanted to highlight that 2 years in a row, Wärtsilä was also mentioned in the Carnival Sustainability Report with the plastic reduction actions, which was for sure really nice to see. And branding, we do quite a lot of branding as well. So we have new branding in place for with our logos, etc. On the bottom, this is also quite interesting. We are piloting now with paper VCI. So VCI is plastics, which will protect blank materials against the rust. So on the left side, you see the blue bag, which is still in place, but we try to find a good alternative for that one. So we do internal pilots with the paper VCI. So we are adding also transportation data loggers to measure the humidity and see if this is a good alternative for the VCI plastics. And for the future or the upcoming period, I would say we would like to involve TT Gasket also here, because we still have a couple of materials which are packed in VCI plastic, which is okay for sure. But we would like to partner up also with these kind of pilots just to check if this is a good alternative for plastic reduction. So, but that we will discuss later on. So there's also biodegradable VCI. We are piloting that one as well, but our preferred one is really paper VCI. Then one topic I would highlight as well here is the carbon footprint of spare parts. This is something new where we are working on. So we have a 6 months pilot at the moment with a company called Reflow, where we can make the calculations and report the carbon footprint really on spare part level. So here you see a cylinder head, 1200 kilograms with a lifespan of 20 years. So there you can see where most of the emissions are produced, and for sure with cast iron, it's in the manufacturing part, and also the electricity what's used is contributing quite a lot to the CO2 emissions. I know TT Gasket is carbon neutral in own operations, which is for sure really good. You did a lot of investments for this, and we would like to involve TT Gasket also what we did in the past, but now also with these kind of tools to make the measurements really on spare part level to see, okay, what is the carbon footprint of the spare parts from your company. So that we can discuss later on as well, to be involved in these calculations. So and when we check with our customers, this is a clear demand from them as well to start to report this carbon footprint of spare parts. So this is the way forward, and this will be also in the future probably one of the decision-making points to go for a certain supplier, yes or no. So, but what I said before, you are really on a good track there with the carbon neutral operations, which is good, and congrats for that one. Then, last slide. Let's save the planet together towards a more sustainable world. So I think the most important word here is together. So we do it together with our youngest generation, I would say, to create the awareness over there, but together also with our suppliers, together with our customers, together with our colleagues. That's really important. So otherwise we will never be successful. So sharing information, be respectful to each other, and have clear targets in place and a clear vision. That's really important to reach this target to a more sustainable world. So that was it from my side. Thanks again for the great cooperation on this topic, and looking forward to the next topics to build on together. Thank you.
So I have had very nice green moment with you. Thank you, Matti.
Thanks a lot, Sari.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching. If you have any questions regarding this topic, please feel free to contact us.
Yeah, we are really waiting for your steps to follow with our green values.